It's a month before the practice rounds start here at the Open, and we've come down to see what it's like on the course before players and fans arrive. It's the 13th Open on the Wirral, 151st for the Open itself. It was last here in 2014 when Rory McIlroy won, 2006 with Tiger Woods, and before that it was 1967. Now here is not the actual Open golf course itself. This actually is Hoylake Municipal Golf Course. Now this has now closed down, but the area will be used as part of the Open for a bit of practice, driving and other facilities. Well, this is Hoylake Station, where many people will arrive at. Now, traffic around here will be kept to local users mostly. So most people will park on the rest of the peninsula and come in on bus or via the train. Now you may get one of the new trains. We'll wait and see on that one. Here's one of the older ones. Now, West Kirby Station, the next stop along the line, is usually the terminus. That line of track is going to be cut off because the fields we saw before are going to be practice areas and facilities for the Open itself. All trains will terminate here. Cross the bridge, head down to the roundabout, and you're at the corner of the golf course. Now, lots of these signs have gone up around the peninsula for a couple of weeks now, directing traffic for deliveries and supplies. Just a side note, if you are coming to the Wirral, then check out all of our other videos about the peninsula and beyond. Now, we've also had No Mow May here on the Wirral Peninsula, and this is a result of it on the roundabout itself in Hoylake. It seems to be No Mow June as well. Will these still be here when the Open arrives? If you're impressed by the floral displays around Hoylake, well, they're all getting planted now in the middle of June. At the roundabout down to the right is Hoylake, the main Hoylake drag. You'll find access to plenty of shops, express, supermarkets, pubs and bars, things like that. So plenty to do down this end of Hoylake. Now in the other direction over the roundabout we have Mel's Drive. Now down there is the actual official entrance to the golf club itself, and also down there is West Kirby. Now part of the golf course is actually in West Kirby, and there's loads of stuff down there to do as well. Further down into the seaside and beach at West Kirby with a marine lake. Now further down King's Gap, just on the left, is Stanley Road, and down Stanley Road is the first green and second tee of the Open, and also access to a public footpath, which we're going to try and find now to get on to the course. Well, I found it. Come on, let's go. Even though the golf course is called Royal Liverpool, I have not mentioned Liverpool in this video. This is because Hoylake is not in Liverpool. Hoylake is on the peninsula of the Wirral. Now we're right in the corner of the course. Now this is a bit of land that's not really used in regular day. I think it's just a bit of practice land, but they've got these hospitality units and these familiar white buildings that they have at the Open, but this is probably behind what you will see on the golf course walking round on the days or on TV. So this is the other side of those white buildings that they've put up here, and this is a more visible side, and this is the practice putting green and chipping green. This is the one that the members also use, and it's also just a short walk to the left where the first tee is. Now, interestingly enough, it's the first tee for the Open, but not in its regular configuration. Now with the grandstands for the Open 18th on our left here, we pan to the right and we actually see the 18th of its regular course that members play for the rest of the year. This will be the second green for the Open, 18th for regular members. Every hole is shifted by 2. So they'll come off the second here, I'll walk behind the grandstand, and then just down there on the right is the course's first tee and the Open's third tee, and to the left we have the backside of the clubhouse. So behind the clubhouse itself we've got another small putting green, immaculate I must say, and round to its left we see, now what we get in front of us is the first tee in regular configuration but third for the Open. The grandstand just to its left is actually the congregation at the first tee for the Open, and to the left itself this is the main grandstand for the 18th. This is going to be the 18th of the Open. Now we can't get access into there. We're only in a public area here that we can get into. But this is what we can show, and to its left is the shop that many people will be visiting. And you can see further down into the course there's a lot more grandstands, TV stands, hospitality units all around the Open itself. Just a note for everyone wondering what the match might actually be like. Now, it's the middle of June here. The Open starts in the middle of July, and we haven't had any rain here on the peninsula for, well, since May. The ground here, as being quite sandy as it's a links course, is also very firm. Now saying that, we did have a bit of a thunderstorm last night, possibly today, but nothing is forecast for rain for another couple of weeks, so don't be surprised if the fairways are going to be really firm and the ball could bounce and travel and just go, given some long drives out on the course. The greens, however, are immaculately green and in perfect condition right now, but the fairways may be firm and quite brown. So behind me is the 18th green for the 151st Open Championship, starting here in a month.